Hello everyone, this is Mujahid from Pakistan, and this is an honor for me to present my research work in the third conference on educational uh, innovation and philosophical inquiries 2022. And my research topic is web accessibility evaluation of higher educational institutions of Pakistan for visually impaired persons. So this is Mujahid from National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. So here's the introduction. We will start from the definition of the accessibility. Accessibility is a very simple. If you want to know the simple definition of accessibility, then this is ability to access something. This is a very simple definition. And in terms of accessibility in HCI or human computer interaction, accessibility means that websites, tools, and technologies are designed and developed so that people with disability can use them. Similarly, the definition of web accessibility means that websites should be designed in a way so that people with disability can use them. So there are some principles, guidelines introduced by web accessibility guidelines WCGA 2.1. There are four principles are called core, perceivable, operable, and understandable and robust. So the principle one deals with the alternative text to all non-text contents. When we use any website, uh, there can be some problems in any website for the people who have some sort of disabilities. So there are some guidelines, there are some principles designed so that every person who have any type of disability can use uh, this website or this machine or this software or this application whatsoever he is using. So these are four principles, guidelines, and similarly, these are the three conference level, conformance level, which uh, uh, web designer or software designer have to deal with. There is a level A and level double A and level triple A. You can see the total number of checkpoints on the other column. So here is the types of human dysfunctionality by World Health Organization. There are three types of human dysfunctionality. The first one is impairment, which refers uh, to the psychological or physiological damage or loss. For example, damaged retina or optic nerve. And similarly, the second human dysfunctionality is disability. Disability is the loss of functioning as the result of impairment. For example, inability to see things due to damage in the optic nerve or retina. Similarly, the handicap is the third human dysfunctionality, which means that inability to perform social roles due to disability. So you can say these three types of dysfunctionalities are interlinked with each other. Uh, there was a United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which is understood as the result of interaction between a person with impairment and a non-inclusive society. In this convention, it was decided that all the countries who have signed the treaties with United Nations, they have to meet the accessibility related issues in their countries. So here is the two types of disability. When we talk about 18th to 20th century, that model of disability called the medical model. This medical model describes disability as a loss or damage within a person's physiological and anatomical or physiological structure. This perspective sees disability as an abnormality existing within a person. So, whereas the social model of disability which starts from 1980s to onward, which sees disability as a result of interaction between persons with impairment, for example, loss of a limb, damage of optic nerve, with a physical structure, attitudinal or policy barrier existing in the society. Nowadays, in the modern world, uh, the system should be designed so that a person who have any sort of disability can use that system. So here are some types of disabilities: cognitive, visual, auditory, motor, and speech. So we will talk about visual impairment. The citation of visual impairment in the literature are more than any impairments because most websites use heavy graphics, contents, and text to present information to the users. There are three types of visual impairments: total blindness, low vision, and colorblind. There are some tools online available softwares which evaluate or which check any website if there are some accessibility errors in that website. So here is a background usage of internet is increasing rapidly. Digitalization of data is prime necessary in today's digital world. Universities around the world are using online system websites. So here the person with disability can face a serious problem to access the data or information if there is some problem of accessibility present in the website. So this is a problem statement because most of the students use online material, they access online material, enrollment, course, contents, library, learning management, etc. So there is a need to check that can the persons with disabilities access the website or system easily or not. So here is a research objective to evaluate the accessibility of education institutions website in Pakistan and to find accessibility barrier related to visual impaired persons for education institutions in Pakistan and differences among public and private institutions. So here is some literature review. I studied several, you can say, the research papers in different journals. Here is the table. They use the different tools to evaluate the different websites, and they have some findings. So here is the research methodology. The top 30 universities of Pakistan ranked by Higher Education Commission Pakistan were selected from HEC website, and all 30 websites were evaluated using online accessibility evaluation tools to find significant problems of accessibility. Here is some data collection. Here you can see there are two slides. There are 30 websites. The serial number, rank, they are showing, the table is showing the rank of the university, the category, the university, PU stands for public university, and PR stand for private sector university. There is a score they achieved, and similarly the next column showing public or private. These are three tools: A-Checker, TAW, and Wave. I used these three tools to evaluate different websites. So major problems I found in 30 websites are showing in this table. Number one, non-text content, info and relationship, distinguishable, contrast. These are the problems I found in. So here is a table which shows the total number of error in a website by the all three applications, all three softwares, and the table shows which error present in which websites. So this is the table, major problems. So this table shows that if a problem exists in that website or not. At the end of this table, you can check that in the second column, non-text content uh, error present almost 20 times in the in all 30 websites. So similarly, the results are shown of different errors. So this is the graph, accessibility errors by all three softwares named A-Checker, TAW, and Wave. So you can see blue graph, which is AKU University, which is more than 1200 errors. So here is a comparison of public and private sector universities. So you can see the comparative chart of public and private institutes. Here you can see the private university has more errors in their websites. Similarly, this is another comparative chart. So this is the types of problems, and you can see the PR2 has the maximum errors in its website. This is the ratio of problems. You can see the non-text contents is the highest ratio of the problem. So there is a conclusion that there is a significant amount of accessibility errors found in all the websites. Private universities have more accessibility errors than public universities, and A-Checker is better than TAW and Wave software. So there are some suggestions. There is a dire need of the time for the government to legislate about web accessibility. During the registrations of any new organization or institute, web accessibility should be evaluated. On the other hand, web designers should educate themselves about web accessibility to follow the WCAG during designing or developing any website or application. So these are the references. I'm really thankful. Thank you so much.